And in his 2 regular season games against the Bucs, all his team did was pile up 72 points as he threw 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Here's Drew after the game.
Hey, Drew, you look at what Deontay did today, and obviously, like, he was a big part of what y'all were doing, moving the ball downfield, but especially on third down. He had like 4 third-down conversions today. How big was he there for you guys specifically?
Yeah, listen, he's a great weapon. He can do a lot of things. He's got a really great feel for the game and a lot of our route concepts. And so, we were trying to put him in positions where, good matchups in space, get the ball in his hands, and let him do what he does best. He did a great job.
Next one's from Mike Triplett.
Drew, I have 2. First of all, what read was Latavius Murray on that touchdown? If he was even in the progression,
he's not in the progression. There's 5 other guys or 4 other guys, and he's actually blocking, and then he was there to cut Khalil Mack, so he was on the ground, and then he popped up, and I just kind of dished it over Mack's head to Latavius. So they played a totally different coverage than what the play was designed for. So there's nobody open, so I go to scramble. He pops up off the ground and just had to get the ball to him.
That's great. And secondly, I guess you spent most of your career figuring you would never meet Tom Brady in a playoff game unless it was
a middle contest. We got the Saints knocking off the Bears 21-9. Drew Brees throws for 265 and 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara rushes for 99 yards and a touchdown. Sean Payton on his team's victory and advancing to the divisional round.
Sean, are you willing to admit that 4th down, the fake quarterback power with Taysom Hill, were you actually going to go for that, or was that just going to be a timeout call to see if you can get them to jump?
Yeah, it was basically a no-brainer freeze, and actually where we were on the field, we were just going to take a delay and then kick the field goal. But it's a run formation, a heavy run formation, a different cadence from a different quarterback, and it worked pretty well.
It seemed like the protection in the second half for Drew was a lot better. Did you change things up at halftime to enable that?
Well, look, I thought in the first half, it wasn't necessarily the third downs. We had some minus plays, and it was the complete opposite in the second half. We didn't have a lot of possessions, but I know we had 2 long drives because when the drives are over and you look at the pictures, and when you get a heavy stack, you're on the field quite a while. And I thought the second half time of possession was important. It proved to be important. Our defense played outstanding. Really, the 1 field goal came off of a turnover of ours and on offense. And so I thought that it was a great team win. And I thought in the second half we got things clicking a little bit relative to scoring touchdowns and moving the football.
Sean, what does Deontay Harris bring with you just after the catch? He converted like 4 third downs today. A lot of them were big yak plays.
Yeah, we got a lot of zone coverage. Some of it was 2 deep high or quarters. Some of it was single high, but maybe a little bit more zone on some down and distances than we might have anticipated. And so Drew did a good job of coming off to some players. And, Deontay's one of those guys in space that, he made a number of plays today, and that was significant. He's hard to tackle one-on-one. We tried to get him the ball on a few, drive starting plays, but it's good to have him back in the lineup.
Sean, did you have any reservations about letting Drew leap over the top there at the end with considering his injury?
No, we talk about that during the week, how he's feeling. He's feeling good. So, no, we just knew a half yard. That would be something, that we'd be willing to do based on the type of goal line front that we were getting.
Sean, do you have any concern moving forward with your kicking game? I know that you missed 3 points there in that first half. Is that going to be a concern, as the playoffs get going?
Well, as a coach, you have concern 24/7 about a lot of things. You're focused on all the specific details. I thought from a kicking game standpoint, we did a lot of things well. We missed a field goal, but Will's someone that, will bounce back. So, yeah, I think, believe it or not, we're fortunate to win a game, and yet we feel like there's a lot of things that we can do better, and that's what we'll get ready to get started on as soon as the